Your brain is a radio transmitter. It broadcasts thoughts, direction and vibration to your sense. You choose the station it's tuned to. Namaste. I, Krishna Priya Bang of Shada Residential School, your host who heartily welcome you all for today's program on World's Radio Day. A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without power. Here I welcome 9th choir group for the prayer song.
Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Sura Bharati Tava Charanau Pranamamaha. Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Sura Bharati Tava Charanau Pranamamaha. Nada Brahma Mahi Jaya Bhageshwari. Nada Brahma Mahi Jaya Bhageshwari. Sharanam Te Gacchamaha. Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Sura Bharati Tava Charanau Pranamamaha. Lalita Kalamahi Jnana Vivamahi Veena Pustaka Dharini. Lalita Kalamahi Jnana Vivamahi Veena Pustaka Dharini. Madirastamalo Dravapada Kamale. Madirastamalo Dravapada Kamale. Ahi Kanta Vishaharini. Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Sura Bharati Tava Charanau Pranamamaha. Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Sura Bharati Tava Charanau Pranamamaha.
Thank you to all the members of the choir group for gracing this great occasion. TV gives everyone an image, but radio gives birth to a million images in a million brains. I call upon Likith from 9th standard to deliver a speech on Radio Day.
World Radio Day is an international day, celebrated on 13th February every year. This was decided by UNESCO on November 3, 2011, in honor of the first World Radio Day in 2012. A variety of people joined to explore ways in which radio reaches even the most remote communities. Radio stations around the world are invited to promote official interactive platform by planning activities with broadcasters, organizations and communities around the world. Despite being over 100 years old, the radio is one of the most popular ways to exchange information, provide social interchange and educate people all over the world. It has been used to help people, including youth, to engage in discussions topics that affect them. It can save lives during natural calamities or human-made disasters, and it gives journalists a platform to report facts and tell their stories.
Thank you, Likith, for the informative speech. It is love for country that has lightened and keeps glowing the holy fire of patriotism. The Kannada patriotics Varshita, Vishnupriya, Bhumika, Sahana, Harsha and Rasya are here to present the melodious state song.
Jaya Bharat Jananiya Tanu Jate. Jaya He Karnataka Mate. Jaya Bharat Jananiya Tanu Jate. Jaya He Karnataka Mate. Jaya Sundara Nadivanagala Nade. Jaya He Rasa Rushigala Beede. Jaya Bharat Jananiya Tanu Jate. Jaya He Karnataka Mate. Bhudeviya Makutada Navamaniye. Gandhada Chandada Honnina Ganiye. ರಾಘವ ಮನಸು ಜನರವತರಿಸಿದ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನು ಜಾತೆ. ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನು ಜಾತೆ. ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ. ಜನನಿಯ ಜೋಗುಳ ವೇದದ ಘೋಷ. ಜನನಿಗೆ ಜೀವವು ನಿನ್ನ ವೇಷ. ಹಸುರಿನ ಗಿಳಿಗಳ ಸಾಲೆ ನಿನ್ನಯ ಕೊರಲಿನ ಮಾಲೆ. ಕಪಿಲ ಪಚಂಚಲ ಗೌತಮ ಜನನುತ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನು ಜಾತೆ. ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನು ಜಾತೆ. जय हे कर्नाटक माते शंकर रमनुज विद्यारण्य बसवेश्वर मध्वर दिव्यारण्य रन्न षडक्षरि पोन्ना पंपल कुलिपति जन्ना ಕಮಾರ ವ್ಯಾಸರ ಮಂಗಳಧಾಮ ಕವಿ ಕೋಗಿಲೆಗಳ ಪುಣ್ಯಾರಾಮ ನಾನಕ ರಾಮಾನಂದ ಕಬೀರರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ತೈಲಪ ಹೊಯ್ಸರಳಾಡಿದ ನಾಡೆ ಡಂಕನ ಜಕನರ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಬೀಡೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಾವತಿ ತುಂಗಾ ಕಾವೇರಿಯವರ ರಂಗ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ವಿವೇಕರ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಸರ್ವ ಜನಾಂಗದ ಶಾಂತಿಯ ತೋಟ ರಸಿಗಳ ಕಂಗಳ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ನೋಟ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ ಪಾರಸೀಕ ಜೈನರುದ್ಯಾನ ಜನಕನ ಹೋಲುವ ದೊರೆಗಳ ಧಾಮ ಗಾಯಕ ವೈನಿಕರ ರಾಮ ಕನ್ನಡ ನುಡಿ ಕುಡಿದಾಡುವ ಗೇಹ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಾಯಿಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಗೇಹ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಜಯ ಸುಂದರ ನದಿವನಗಳ ನಾಡೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ರಸ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಬೀಡೆ ಜಯ ಭಾರತ ಜನನಿಯ ತನುಜಾತೆ ಜಯ ಹೇ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮಾತೆ ಹೇ 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 ಲಾ 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 ಹೇ 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 ಲಾ 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 ಲಾ.
Thank you. This was indeed a delighted performance. Great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, but always about the goal. Now, I would like to welcome my friend Rasya to interview the extremely talented director of Sharda Residential School, Sri Vidyavanta Acharya.
Namaste to all. It's my great privilege to interview the great successful man Mr. Vidyavanta Acharya, who has been the principal and now the director of the school Sharda Residential. I welcome you, sir, to the program.
Thank you.
Sir, you look so young and energetic, also managing a high post as a director. How old were you when you joined the teaching field?
Thanks for the compliments. Maybe my positive thinking and always I try to help people, students and all that. That may be the reason. And while joining the profession, I was 23 years old.
A good leader takes little more than his share of the blame, a little less than his share of credit. Leadership is not an easy task. How you made it work as the principal for 31 long years? What is the motivation, sir?
I should say that, God has given me the gift of taking entire team with me. So normally I discuss the matter with all the stakeholders. Then I will not come to a conclusion quickly. I will not take any hasty decisions. So normally my style is, slow and steady, and I think that is the reason.
Yes, sir, that's truly inspiring. Sir, I think you have a formula to manage your personal and your professional life so well. So please share your secret formula with all of us.
I should say it is walk the talk. So whatever I say, that I do it. Now, for example, we have given the schedule to the students. 99% of the schedule I too follow. For example, early morning exercises that I do. And if I say children should study for 3 hours a day, I study 4 hours a day. So whatever I say to others, that I do it myself. Whatever I cannot do, I will not tell that to others. So that is my policy. So I think that has helped.
Yes, sir. We have to appreciate your organization and all the plans, sir. During the period of 24 years as the principal of SRS, sir, how were you managing all the responsibilities in a balanced manner, that too by improving the infrastructure in such an incredible way?
I give, the highest respect to time and planning. So in my case, I should say that I don't waste even single minute. My planning is always like this. It should be done within the given time, whatever may be. Now, if it is school programs or construction or a class, even when I go to the class also, so it is so well planned that if I say that I should take the class of 45 minutes, exactly at 45 minutes I will come to an end. So it's like this for any program. I do proper planning. I believe in the formula that cutting the wood, one should sharpen the axe. So planning is most important.
That is truly amazing, sir. In our school, there are hostels like Madhava Nilaya, Sharda Nilaya, Akshara, Vidyarthi for boys, Bhamini Tavaru for girls, and Saraswati Takshashila academic blocks. So how old is SRS, sir?
I have completed 33 years now, and all these things we could do during this particular period. Yeah. As a principal, I came after 9 years. When Sharada completed 9th year, I joined. Of course, I was the founder teacher also, but later we could add one by one.
Sir, we have Ekalavya Savyasachi playgrounds, Kumaradhara Netravati teachers' apartments. So how big is the campus?
The area of the campus is 17.5 acres.
That must be very big, sir.
Very big, and especially when you consider the heart of the city, Udupi, this much space normally we don't get. So it's very big.
Sir, what is the total number of students and the student-teacher ratio?
At present, there are 650 students, and student-teacher ratio, it varies because sometimes number increases, automatically ratio changes. At present, we have, say, 1:20.
How many students are there in a class, sir?
We normally say it is between 30 and 35.
Sir, we have Chanakya Computer Lab, Charaka Chemistry Lab, Aryabhatta Physics Lab, Ramanujan Mathematics Lab, Shushruta Biology Lab, and well-furnished classrooms. So do the classrooms have digital interactive boards?
At present, we have the facility of using projectors and the softwares like that. But interactive boards we are going to use in due course. At present, we have a few classrooms.
What about the results of 10th board examination, sir?
See, for the past 28 batches, we got 100% result. And many times we got wonderful results. And students' strength in 10th standard, it is, always more than 120. So it has reached even 175. Yeah. So getting 100% result when such a large number of students are there in this one is really difficult. But still we could do it. Yeah.
I've heard that students around all the states and even children of NRI come to this school. So which language is used around the campus, sir?
We say English is the campus language, and we insist the children to speak English. Yeah.
Which curriculum is followed in the school, sir?
At present, we are following ICSE curriculum, and at 11th and 12th, that's PUC, we have Karnataka State Board.
What arrangements are done to provide textbooks and uniforms to the students?
Actually, there is a restriction from the government that schools should not sell the uniform or the textbooks. It should not be a business in the school, and we are strictly following that. The textbooks are brought and distributed to the school through the store, but with the principle that it is no loss, no profit. Uniforms, school will make one arrangement to take the measurement by the tailor, but uniforms are not sold by the school. Parents have to pay money to the tailor and get the uniform.
Sir, as the school SRS is a residential school, what would you like to say about the facilities in the hostels?
I should say we have wonderful hostels, and all the facilities are really good. We have resources like water supply, electricity 24/7, and even if there is a failure of electricity within a few minutes, the generators are there, backup is there, and we are very fortunate that till now in these 33 years, one single day also we did not find that there is no water in the school. Yeah. Resources, absolutely no problem. Very spacious hostels are there. Actually, in many, I have visited more than 150 residential schools, and more than 90 residential schools. I have seen that where a bunker system is there, one above the other, students sleeping and all that. But we don't have that thing. Everybody will get a spacious place to occupy.
That is incredible indeed. Sir, as you mentioned, 600 students are there in this campus. They might be homesick and few of them might have health issues. So how the school will take care of all the students' health?
For your first sentence, I should say that our title is at the top anywhere you see, Home Away from Home, Sharda Residential School. So if at all we find that students, they are homesick or something like that, we have some arrangements. Counseling is there. We tell them what is what, and within a few days they get adjusted to that. Health, I should say that, ours is the only one school on the planet which has attached to a big hospital, a Kasturba Medical Hospital, where you find 2,500 beds. Any school may get one small clinic with the 5 beds or something like that, whereas we are attached to Kasturba Hospital, Manipur.
Sir, you're taking care of the students so well. Not even parents could have done that. Sir, I've seen you perform on the stage for Children's Day. You have a melodious voice. May I know your hobbies?
Hobbies, if you ask, I'm there in several things, I should say. I'm an Yakshagan artist. I had participated several in dramatics. I'm into dramatics also. Some 100 plus plays I have participated. That includes English, Kannada, my mother tongue, Konkani, Sanskrit, all that. Then Hindustani music I've learned for more than 12 years. Then I'm there in Sahitya Academy, Tudu Academy, Kannada Academy. I'm an awardee of Karnataka Konkani Sahitya Academy. I have done literature of Konkani, which is there for the past 5,000 years. Then enough, or should I say religious, I have learnt Vedas, Upanishads, 18 Puranas, started at the age of 8, completed at the age of 20. So all Upanishads, criticism on Upanishads, analysis of Upanishads, Vedas, all those things I've studied. All religious practices, what they do, that I have learned.
Amazing, sir. I must say that you're very talented. Sir, what are your future plans for our SRS?
We have beautiful plans. I want to make the school, number one in Karnataka. So at present we have ICSE curriculum. I want to include IB, one curriculum is there, international. Then IGCSE, one more curriculum. So we will have parallel streams, this type of in our school, like a group of IB students, a group of IGSE students, a group of ICSE students. Then we have plans like to have a theatre, big theatre with the 2,000 capacity, then a playground, so many things. We have many ideas.
What do you want to say to the young leaders in the field of education?
I should say that, if they are in the field of education, they are blessed. God will select the people who should be in the field of education. Otherwise, they can't. Even if they join, they leave the job. So I should say that, you take it as God's gift and dedicate yourself. You can change the world, and if you are really good, you will be remembered forever. And be very sincere and honest. Very, very sincere and honest. And my sincere suggestion to everyone that whatever you speak, that you must do. I stress on this. Okay. If teachers, they say in the classroom, children should not smoke, and he smokes cigarettes. Children should not drink alcohol, and he drinks alcohol. Such things should not be there. So whatever you say, that you should follow. It should be like, role model to the children, and he should be walking encyclopedia. Should not waste one single minute, study, read, and then you pass it on to the students. That I should say.
Thank you, sir. The harder you work for something, the greater you will feel when you achieve it. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your wonderful experience, guidelines, and information with us. Also, thanks to Rasya for hosting this wonderful interview.
ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಗೆಳತಿ ಭೂಮಿಕಾ ನಾನು ಕಂಡಂತೆ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಬೆಳೆದ ಒಂದು ದಾರಿ ಎಂಬ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಲು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ.
ನಾನು ಕಂಡಂತೆ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂದ ದಾರಿ. ಮನೆಯ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾತ ತನ್ನ ಹಳೆಯ ಕಾಲದ ಆರಾಮ ಕುರ್ಚಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಮರದ ಒರಗು ಬೆಂಚಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಕುಳಿತು ಕಾಫಿ ಹೀರುತ್ತಾ ಪೇಪರ್ ಓದುತ್ತಾ ತನ್ನ ಮಗ್ಗುಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವ ರೇಡಿಯೋವನ್ನು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಎಂಬ ಮಧುರವಾದ ಧ್ವನಿ ಕೇಳಿದೊಡನೆ ಮನೆ ಮಂದಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗುವ ಪುಳಕವನ್ನು ಬಣ್ಣಿಸಲು ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಇಂತಹ ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಎಂಬ ಪದವು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದ್ದು. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥವೇ ಆಕಾಶದಿಂದ ಬರುವ ಧ್ವನಿ ಎಂಬುದಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಪದದ ಅವತರಣಿಕೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ನಾಗರಿಕನಿಗೂ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ವೇಗವಾಗಿ ತಲುಪಬಹುದಾದ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮವೇ ರೇಡಿಯೋ. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಎನ್ನುವಂತೆ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ತನ್ನ ಮಹತ್ವವನ್ನು ಇಂದಿಗೂ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಆಧುನಿಕ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮಗಳ ಭರಾಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ವಿರಳವಾದರೂ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳುವ ವರ್ಗ ಈಗಲೂ ಇದೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದೇ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಚಾರ. ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದ ಮಹಾನ್ ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಜನರಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸಿದ್ದೇ ರೇಡಿಯೋ. ಈಗಲೂ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರ ದೈನಂದಿನ ಸಂಗಾತಿ. ಇಂತಹ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯಾದ ದಿನವನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಸಲು ವಿಶ್ವಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ದಿನವನ್ನು ರೇಡಿಯೋಗಾಗಿ ಮೀಸಲಾಗಿರಿಸಿದೆ. ಆ ದಿನವೇ ಇಂದು ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 13 ವಿಶ್ವ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ದಿನ. ಉದಯ ರಾಗದಿಂದ ಆರಂಭವಾಗಿ ದಿನದ ಕೊನೆಯವರೆಗೂ ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರಸಾರಗೊಂಡು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಸುಹೊಕ್ಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಕೃಷಿ, ರಾಜಕೀಯ, ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆ, ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನ, ವೀಕ್ಷಕ ವಿವರಣೆ, ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಮೊದಲಾದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ವಿವಿಧ ವರ್ಗದ ಜನರನ್ನು ತಲುಪುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ಶ್ರವ್ಯ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ. ಜನರು ತಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅಭಿವ್ಯಕ್ತಗೊಳಿಸಲು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಒಂದು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರದ ಪಿತಾಮಹ ಇಟಲಿಯ ಮಾರ್ಕೋನಿ. ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ವಿಶ್ವದ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್. 1936 ಜೂನ್ 8ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದು ಸುಮಾರು 23 ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಸಾರವಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಜಗತ್ತಿನಾದ್ಯಂತ 44,000 ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣಿಪಾಲ್ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕೇಂದ್ರವೂ ಒಂದು. ಇಂದು FM ಕೇಂದ್ರವು ಉತ್ತಮವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಚರಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ 1927ರಲ್ಲಿ ಖಾಸಗಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯಾಯಿತು. 1936ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಅಧೀನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಎಂಬ ಬಹುದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಾಯಿತು. ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನು ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಿರುವವರು ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಭಾರತಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಆದರೆ ಖಾಸಗಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು ಕಾರ್ಯಾಚರಿಸುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಮುಂದುವರಿದು ಗಮನಿಸುವುದಾದರೆ ಅಂಗೈ ಎಳತೆಯ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ನ ಮೂಲಕವೂ ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಆಲಿಸಬಹುದಾಗಿದೆ. ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಡಿಯೋವು ಬಹುಜನ ಹಿತಾಯ ಬಹುಜನ ಸುಖಾಯ ಎಂಬ ಧ್ಯೇಯ ವಾಕ್ಯದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಜನಮಾನಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹತ್ವವಾದ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಿದೆ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಭೂಮಿಕಾ.
Every day sees humanity more victorious in struggle with space and time. This was one of the thoughts written by Guglielmo Marconi, the inventor of radio. To know more about him, let's welcome our friends Snigdha, Kuldeep, Chirag and Siddesh with a skit on the inventor and invention of radio.
Once upon a time, there was a rich Italian man named Giuseppe Marconi. Later his son turns as an inventor of radio. Here is a skit on this.
Hello, my name is Giuseppe. What's yours?
Annie Jameson.
Annie, I love your singing. Will you be my friend?
Sure, why not?
Later, when Annie turned 21, Giuseppe married Annie. After their marriage, a year later, their son Alfson was born. But since he did not grow up to be an inventor, he is not in this story. Then, 9 years later, in 1874, their second son was born. They named him Guglielmo. On the day he was born, or so the family legend goes, the servants came to admire the baby.
What big ears he has! With these ears, he will be able to hear the still small voices of the air.
Annie taught Guglielmo how to speak English and gave him piano lessons. Since the Marconi family was rich, Guglielmo was taught his school lessons by a private tutor. But Guglielmo wasn't very interested in his boring study lessons. Sometimes he would play hockey from his studies and sneak out to do something more interesting, like fishing or reading in his father's library.
Guglielmo, pay attention to your studies. Why are you wasting your time like this?
Sir, I am little bit drowsy. I will get back into the studies in 2 minutes. Please, sir, please.
At first, Guglielmo's favorite books were Greek mythology, he would have read about Hercules and his heroic deeds and the story of the famous wooden horse that the Greeks gave to the city of the Troy.
Wow, I love reading these stories.
As he grew older, Guelmo began to be interested in science. He read about steam engines and electricity. The problem was that reading was never enough for him. He had to put to the test everything he read about. For instance, once he read about how to construct a mechanical roasting spit. He decided to make one. The only problem was that he took apart his cousin's sewing machine to get the parts to build it.
Guelmo, how could you? That was my expensive sewing machine.
I am sorry. I will put it back together. I promise.
I can't believe it. You put it back together and it works.
Guelmo read about Benjamin Franklin's book about his experiments with electricity and decided to put high voltage electricity through a contraption made of strings and dinner plates. The result was smashing, needless to say.
Guelmo, how could you do something like that? You're such a bad boy. You are wasting your young life away with all these stupid tricks. I'm going to send you off to school.
And so, Guelmo went off to high school. He pucked out. He also failed the entrance exam to get into the Naval Academy. He also failed the entrance exam to get into the university. Fortunately, he found a technical school that was willing to take him.
Guelmo, I think we can help you.
Guelmo's teacher at the technical school introduced him to electrophysics. He also learned how to send Morse code, which was a very important method of communication at that period of time.
Here, this is a telegraph sender. I will teach you how to send messages in Morse code.
Wow, this is really interesting. I like this school.
The turning point in Guelmo's life came when he was on a vacation in the Alps. Tired after a day of mountain climbing, he slumped into a lawn chair at the hotel. He picked up a newspaper. There was an article written about German physicist who has discovered that magnetic waves of electricity could travel through space at a speed equal to several times around the earth in a single second. Guelmo was excited. As soon as he got home, he ran up to his workshop, which was in the attic of his parents' house, and began experimenting. He rigged up a little transmitter and tried to send a spark from one end of the table to another, through the air. Eventually, he succeeded.
Yes, I did it. I will be a famous inventor someday. I will win a prize and have my picture in the paper with my friends. Will flock me and say, "Oh, Guelmo, you are so smart. We just adore you. And maybe I will end up being even richer than my father."
Delighted by his success and his head full of hopes for the future, he designed another experiment. He tried to send an electronic signal through the air that would ring a bell. He stayed in his workshop all day and night. His mother began leaving his meals outside the door.
Guelmo, here's your supper. You have your meal first. Please don't stay up too late. I worry about you. You are always in your workshop. Please have a look at your health too.
Thanks, Mom.
4 months later, Guelmo had succeeded. He went down to his mother's room and woke her up.
Mom. I did it. It is working. I have done it. It works.
He led his mother up to his attic workshop and showed her what he had done. He tapped on a telegraph key at one end of the attic, and at the other end of the attic a bell tinkled. Between the telegraph key and the bell there was no wire, just air. Guelmo had discovered how to transmit radio waves.
See, Mom, I press this button here and the signal flies through the air and hits here and causes the bell to ring.
Guelmo, you are brilliant. This is an amazing invention.
He began experimenting with how far he could send these waves. He kept building more powerful transmitter and eventually succeeded in sending a Morse code message from Cornwall, England to Newfoundland in Canada. In 1901, Guelmo Marconi accepted the Nobel in Physics. He turned into a businessman and formed companies to begin operating as transcontinental message transmitter. He became very rich and very famous and had lots of friends. And a 220-foot yacht that served as both as a floating laboratory and a place to have big fancy parties. And so, Guelmo Marconi finally was able to prove to his father that he was worth something after all.
Well, Guelmo, I have to admit, you turned out okay after all.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Thank you, friends, for such a wonderful and informative skit.
ಪರಿಸರ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹೊಣೆ. ಇಂದು ಜಲಮಾಲಿನ್ಯ, ಶಬ್ದ ಮಾಲಿನ್ಯ, ವಾಯು ಮಾಲಿನ್ಯ ಎಂಬ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಜೀವಜಲ ಎಂಬ ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಲು ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜೀವಜಲ ನಾಟಕದ ಪಾತ್ರಧಾರಿಗಳು, ಮುಖ್ಯೋಪಾಧ್ಯಾಯರು, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು, ಗಿಜುಗ ಪಕ್ಷಿ, ಬಾವಿಯನ್ನ, ಗೂಡುಚಾರಿ, ಗುರುಗಳು, ಅರಸರು ಮತ್ತು ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು. ಈ ನಾಟಕವನ್ನು ಅಭಿನಯಿಸುವವರು ವರ್ಷಿತಾ, ಹರ್ಷ, ಭೂಮಿಕಾ, ಸಹನಾ, ಚಿರಾಗ್, ಕುಲ್ದೀಪ್ ಮತ್ತು ಚಂದ್ರಾದಿತ್ಯ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾಟಕ ಜೀವಜಲ.
ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷದಂತೆ ಈ ವರ್ಷವೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೇವಾದಳದ ಶಿಬಿರ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ.
ಸರ್ ಈ ಸಲ ಯಾವ ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಸರ್?
ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮಳೆ ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ನದಿ, ಹಳ್ಳ, ಕೊಳ್ಳ, ಕೆರೆ, ಬಾವಿ ಬತ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಇಲ್ಲದಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಜೀವಜಲ ಉಳಿಸಬೇಕು. ಅದರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮೂಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾವಿಗಳ ನಗರ ವೇಣು ಗ್ರಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿಬಿರ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ.
ಶಾಲೆಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಶಿಬಿರದ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಬಾವಿಗಳ ನಗರಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅರೆ ಓ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಇದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಗಿಜುಗಣ್ಣ, ಇಂದು ನೀನಿರುವ ಬಾವಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಮಾಡಿ ಜನರ ಉಪಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವಂತೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗಲಾದರೂ ಕಣ್ಣು ಬಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾವಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ. ನನಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಗೂಡಿಗೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾನಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿನಗೆ ನಾವು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಏನು ವಿಶೇಷ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿದ್ದ ಗಿಡ ಗಂಟಿ ಕೆಸರು ತೆಗೆಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನನ್ನ ಗುರಿತು ಮರೆತ ನಾನೇ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಯುತ್ತೇನೆಯೋ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಭಯವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಯಾಕೆ ಅಣ್ಣ ಕಣ್ಣೀರಾಗ್ತಿ? ಬಿಡು, ನಾವು ನಿನಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜೀವ ಕಳೆ ಬರುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ, ಬಿಡು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಪುಟ್ಟಿ, ಕಠಿಣ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿರಿಯರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ನನಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಬರುತ್ತವೆ.
ಹೌದಾ ಬಾವಿಯಣ್ಣ, ನಿನ್ನ ಕತೆ ನಮಗೂ ಒಂಚೂರು ಹೇಳು, ಮತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನ ಹುಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೂ ತಿಳಿಯುವ ಆಸೆ.
ಸರಿ ತಂಗಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೇನೆ ಕೇಳು. ತುಂಬ ದಿನಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆ ಈ ಮೇಣು ಗ್ರಾಮವನ್ನು ಜಕ್ಕದ್ದೇವ ಎಂಬ ಜೈನ ಅರಸ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಆಗ ಇದು ದಟ್ಟ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಪ್ರಯಾಗದಿಂದ ಕೆಲವು ಹಿರಿಯ ಗುರುಗಳು ಬಸದಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಛತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ್ತವ್ಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಪ್ರವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ.
ದೊರೆಗಳೇ, ಇಂದು ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಹಿರಿಯರು ದೂರದಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಅವರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಬಿಡಾರ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣುತ್ತದೆ.
ಹೌದು, ಸದ್ಯ ಚಾತುರ್ಮಾಸ ಇರುವುದು. ಅವರು ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರುವುದು ನಮಗೆ ಒದಗಿದ ಭಾಗ್ಯ. ನಡೆಯಿರಿ, ಸಕಲ ಸೇವಾ ಸಾಮಗ್ರಿಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸತ್ಕರಿಸೋಣ.
ಮರಾಠವಾಡವನ್ನು ದಾಟಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಜಕ್ಕದೇವನ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ ಬೇರೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ, ಸಂಜೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಬಂದರೂ ಒಂದು ನೀರಿನ ಬಾವಿಯೂ ಸಿಗಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು, ಸಂಜೆ ಆದರೂ ಬಾವಿ ನೀರಿಗೆ ಕ್ರಿಮಿಕೀಟ ಸೇರುವುದು. ಈಗಲೇ ಬಾವಿಯನ್ನು ಹುಡುಕಿ ನೀರು ತರಬೇಕು.
ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕಲವೂ ಸುಭಿಕ್ಷವಾಗಿದೆ, ಆದರೆ ನೀರು ಮಾತ್ರ ದೊರೆಯದೆ ಹೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ.
ದೊರೆಯಿತು. ದೂರದ ಕೊಳ್ಳದ ಬಳಿ ನೀರು ದೊರೆಯಿತು. ಇನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅಡ್ಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಏನಿದು ದಟ್ಟ ಅರಣ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುದುರೆ ಸಪ್ಪಳ? ಬಹುಶಃ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ರಾಜರು ದಾಟುತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು.
ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಬೇಕು ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಗಮನದಿಂದ ತಮ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ವೇಣು ಗ್ರಾಮದ ಅರಸ ಜಕ್ಕದೇವ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಗಮನದ ಸುದ್ದಿ ತಿಳಿದು ತಮಗೆ ಆತಿಥ್ಯ ನೀಡಲು ಬಂದಿರುವೆ. ಈ ಹಣ್ಣು ಹಂಪಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಬೇಕು. ಸಂಜೆಯಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ, ಈ ಫಲಹಾರ ಸೇವಿಸಿ.
ಫಲಹಾರ ನೀಡಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸತ್ಕರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನೀವಿನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾವು ಹೊರಡಲು ಸಜ್ಜಾಗುತ್ತೇವೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪಣೆ ನೀಡಿ.
ಆಗಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾವಿಗಳ ಕೊರತೆ ಇರುವಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯನ್ನು ಪರಿಹರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಆಗಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸುವೆ. ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳ ಸೌಕರ್ಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲು ಸದಾ ಸಿದ್ಧನಾಗಿರುವೆ. ನಾನಿನ್ನು ಹೋಗಿ ಬರುವೆ.
ಕುಂತಮಯ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಆತನ ಸೈನಿಕರು ಕುದುರೆ ಏಲಿ ಕಂದಿಲು ಹತ್ತಿ ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಡಲು ಸಜ್ಜಾಗುವರು. ರಭಸದಿಂದ ಹೋಗುವ ವೇಳೆ ವನಮರದ ತಪ್ಪಲಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ತಗುಲುವುದು. ಅದನ್ನು ಅರಿಯದೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾಗಿ ರಾಜ ಮತ್ತು ಸೈನಿಕರು ಅರಮನೆ ತಲುಪುವರು. ಇತ್ತ ದಟ್ಟಾರಣ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ತಾಗಿದ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಪಸರಿಸಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿತು. ಜನರು ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ಸ್ಥಳಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಜನರು ಬೆಂಕಿಗೆ ಆಹುತಿಯಾದರು.
ದೊರೆಗಳೇ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಬೇಕು. ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆತಿಥ್ಯ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಕಾಡಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರ ಕಂದೀಲು ತಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸುಟ್ಟು ಭಸ್ಮವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಘೋರ ದುರಂತರದ ಸುದ್ದಿ ನಾಡಿನೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಹರಡಿದೆ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳೇ.
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ವಿಧಿಯೇ, ಏನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡದವರು ಹತರಾದರಲ್ಲ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ದುರಂತವೇ ಸರಿ. ಛೆ,
ಕಾಡಿನ ಜನತೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ರೀತಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ನಂದಿಸಲು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಿಸಿದರಂತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಬಾವಿಗಳ ಅಭಾವದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಜಿನೈಕ್ಯರಾದರಂತೆ ಪ್ರಭುಗಳೇ.
ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜರೇ, ಇಂತಹ ದುರ್ಘಟನೆ ನಡೆಯಬಾರದಿತ್ತು. ನಡೆದು ಹೋಯಿತು. ಮುಂದೆ ಇಂತಹ ಘಟನೆ ಆಗದಂತೆ ಜಾಗೃತ ವಹಿಸುವುದು ಅವಶ್ಯ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದ ಘೋರ ದುರಂತ ಇದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಆಸ್ಥಾನದ ಪಂಡಿತರು, ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸಿ.
ಮಹಾರಾಜರೇ, ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಒಮ್ಮತ ಚರ್ಚೆಯಿಂದ ಮೂಡಿಬಂದ ವಿಷಯವೇನೆಂದರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾವಿ, ಕೆರೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಬಸದಿಗಳ ಕಟ್ಟುವುದೊಂದೇ ಪರಿಹಾರ.
ಹೌದು ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆಶಯದಂತೆ ವಂಶಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಲೇ 108 ಬಾವಿ ಬಸದಿಗಳ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸಿದ್ಧನಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುವ ಸಕಲ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಒದಗಿಸಿ ಗಲ್ಲಿ ಗಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾವಿಗಳು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣವಾಗಲಿ. ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟಾಜ್ಞೆ.
ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಹೀಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರಿಶ್ರಮ ಫಲವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮಂತಹ 108 ಬಸದಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಬಾವಿಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣವಾದವು.
ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಇಂದು ಈ ಬಾವಿಯಣ್ಣ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಕಣ್ತೆರೆಸಿದ. ನೀರಿನ ಹನಿಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೂಲ್ಯ ಎಂಬುದರ ಕುರಿತು ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ. ಆತನ ಕಥೆ ಕೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನ ಕಲುಕಿತು. ಈಗಲೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ದೀರ್ಘ ಸಂದೇಶ ಕೊಡಲು ನಾವುಗಳು ಬಯಸಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಅದೇನು ಸಂದೇಶ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ?
ಊರಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಬಾವಿಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಕೆರೆ, ಹಳ್ಳ, ಕೊಳ್ಳಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛವಾಗಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಜನರ ಮನ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಏನಂತೀರಿ? ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಲಿನ ನೀರನ್ನು ಮಿತವಾಗಿ ಬಳಸಿ ವ್ಯರ್ಥ ಮಾಡದಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತಿಳಿ ಹೇಳೋಣ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಪರಿಸರದಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನು ನೆಟ್ಟು ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ.
ನೀರನ್ನು ಪೋಲಾಗದಂತೆ ಕಾಳಜಿ ವಹಿಸಿ ಬೆಳೆಸೋಣ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಿನ ಪರಿಸರವನ್ನು ಶುಚಿಯಾಗಿರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ.
ಪರಿಸರ ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹೊಣೆ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. Do you love your country? Then come, let us struggle for higher and better things. Look not back, no, not even if you see the dearest and nearest cry. Look not back, but forward. A cordial welcome to the 10th students to present the national song.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaj Sheetalam, Sasya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakitayaminim, Fulla Kusumita Drumadala Shobhinim, Suhasinim, Sumadura Bhashinim, Sukadham Baradham Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
As we come to the end of today's program, I would like to thank our director, Sri Vidyavanta Acharya, and our beloved principal, Dr. Ramchandran, for guiding and supporting us. I would like to thank Radio Manipal 90.4 MHz community radio station of School of Communication of Manipal University for giving us the wonderful opportunity. I would love to thank my teachers, Preeti ma'am, Irene ma'am, Vandana ma'am, Chandrika ma'am, and Geeta Saraswati ma'am, who wholeheartedly supported us for today's program. I also thank all my dear friends who have energetically participated in today's program. Thanks to one and all. 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 Thanks to one and all.